Well, good evening, everybody. Michael, Soothing here. As you know, I have moved back to Oregon, and my daughter, Chelsie, has moved to the Oregon area also. Because, you can only stand California so long before you have to get out of that crazy place. So she'll be doing more collaborations with me since she's closer by now. So the first thing we're going to do on this one is she's going to show you some of the artifacts that she brought up to Oregon with her. So with that said, let's drop our camera angle and swing around and check out what she's got to show us tonight. There we go. There's Chelsie. Gonna move the tripod just a little bit, like that. How you doing this evening, Chel?
I'm doing good.
Yes, good. Let's see, our colors are not very realistic. I'm gonna pause 1 second. So Chelsea's gonna do an unwrap and unpackaging of some of the things that she carefully packed for her move to Oregon. What might you be starting with, Chelsie?
So first we're going to start off with a very special snow globe.
I'm going to adjust this so that you can see what everyone else is going to see. Then you can hold them up close to show them.
This is a very special snow globe that my grandma gave to me. It features the Egyptian goddess Bast. She's a beautiful black kitty. And if you notice, there's some really detailed and intricate hieroglyphics here depicting a scene and a story.
That must have been your grandma on your mom's side.
Yeah, she had it for a long time.
Because she's very much into Egyptology, right?
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah.
She bought this when she visited Egypt. And if you shake it up, there's some nice sparkles, gold sparkles.
I know you've been interested in Egyptology for about 10 years or so.
Yeah, ever since I was a little girl.
I remember.
Next, this is my very first ever very special mermaid. Her name is Luna, and she watches over all my crystals on my crystal table.
That's Henrietta the bird piping in with her 2 cents. Quiet, Henrietta, or I'll have to put you in a non-ASMR environment. I remember when you were small, you used to swim like a mermaid, and you would take me to the pool all the time and show me. And you had a mermaid tail. Hold on, everyone. I'm going to pause and put Henrietta in a different room, because otherwise she's going to peep all the way through our videos when she hears Chelsea's voice. All right, we're back. So anyway, Chelsie even got a mermaid tail when she was young, and she could swim with that thing. How old were you, I think?
Actually, I was about 18.
When you got, yeah, but it was a very fancy mermaid tail, I recall.
Yeah, I still have it.
Maybe someday we'll show folks you swimming with the mermaid tail.
And here's another statue of Luna. My special Luna has silver hair and pale skin and a vivid seafoam green tail. I created her when I was 17, and so anytime I see a mermaid that resembles her, I always have to get her. And she watches over me and all my treasures, because she loves treasures too.
I did a video not too long ago on Denmark, and the guy who wrote The Little Mermaid was from there, and so they have mermaid statues there.
Next here we have a very, very special statue of the kitty goddess, Bast, that my dad bought me for Christmas. As you can see, there's some really nice, intricate hieroglyphs here on the base. She's a very regal feline.
And by the way, our interest in Egyptology is not that we believe in their particular gods or goddesses, since we only believe in one god, but we're interested in them culturally and from our historical perspective.
And artistically
and
as well.
Artistically, because they were such an interesting and great dynasty in their day. Very advanced for their time.
And next up we have another special mermaid. She's a bigger mermaid, and she's kind of sleepy. She likes to laze around, and her name is Serena. I got her at my old job. Her tail is kind of like a silvery green.
What's the difference between a mermaid and a siren?
Well, they're kind of the same. It just depends on what part of the world, I believe, in mythology, that they're considered. Sirens originally were feathered creatures like hawks with a woman's head, and they would sing, and their voices would cause shipwrecks.
So they weren't really underwater.
The original sirens were birds.
Okay.
And
don't your mermaids get lonely since they don't have a merman to hang out with them?
well, they have all their friends here.
Oh, okay, all right. That makes it all right then.
And here we have a silver mermaid. She's dreaming. Her name is Marina. I like her pose because, as you know, my name is Chelsie, and it looks like she's making a C with her tail.
Oh, yeah.
She's dreaming about her prince.
Also, her tail looks more realistic, like a fish to me. Wasn't there a movie about a mermaid who, I'm trying to remember the actress.
Oh, Splash?
That's it.
With Tom Hanks?
That's the one, Splash. What was the actress' name?
I can't remember. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Someone in comments is going to tell us.
Our next mermaid, I actually have two of her, only different positions, and she is a standing mermaid. Her name is Cora, And the reason that I've named her Cora is because when I was a little girl, my mom would look up mermaid art for me on the internet and print out paintings of them. And a very, very beautiful painting of a mermaid looking very similar to this was painted by a very gifted artist named Mary Stuart Baxter, and the painting is called Cora, the Silver Nereid. I highly suggest you look it up. It's very beautiful. And this reminded me of her very much, so that's what I named her after.
I had no idea you had this giant collection of mermaids and Egyptian feline statues. What are you? You're gonna have to get a curio cabinet or something to display them. Maybe a lighted curio cabinet.
Yeah. And our very last mermaid, here is Cora again, only she's meant to sit on the edge of a shelf. She's looking at a sea star, and she can rest just like this on the edge of a bookshelf or on a desk. So there you have it. Those are all my
Is she
mermaids.
sleeping or dreaming?
She is looking down at a sea star that she's holding.
Okay, that's what it is. I was trying to figure out the expression. She's looking at a lot of different shells, isn't she?
Yeah. So there's two of her. I have one of her sitting and then one of her standing.
My goodness. Have you read mermaid stories on the internet or
Yes, I
anywhere?
have. I love all things nautical and mermaid.
Well, see, I do too, and so since I've always been into the ocean and everything nautical, I guess you got the female version of that, which is being interested in the mermaids and the lunas and everything like that. So thank you very much for coming and joining on this collaboration, and we will do many more now that you're living close by. And if you don't mind, you need to say my signature tagline to everyone at the end.
Don't ASMR and drive.
Just don't.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.